landing, here we are for chair yoga. Good to have you with me today. So let's sit in our chair in that good yoga posture with the toes forward, knees and hips, ankles and knees in line, and then hips, shoulders, and ears are in line. So we're sitting up nice tall building posture. Let's just hold this right now and you breathe some nice big deep breaths. And I'm going to just talk for just a moment. So as you're breathing, just listen. I had a resident request today's class to be a lot about shoulders and upper part of the shoulders and the neck. And so that's what we're going to do for the first 15, 20 minutes or so. But I want you to know that if you have a suggestion like that, you really want to work on hips, or you really want to work on sciatic, or you want to work on feet or hands, give me a call or email me and let me know, and we will work on those things. We'll do that as part of our class. I don't mind that at all. I enjoy doing yoga for certain body parts. And so please let me know if you have something that's really bothering you. I want to work on that with you. I want to help you with that, okay? And so we can do it as a class. So that would be great. Okay, so sitting in that good posture, I want you to just think about all the muscles that you have and all the way to your toes, and think about what is hurting. Just so, for example, I have a little crick in my neck on the left side. My left hip is a little crabby today because I was mowing the lawn yesterday. Lots of hills on that lawn. Good. So when we get to those areas, I want you to really focus on breathing into that spot, bringing oxygen to that spot, and kind of talking to it. I know it sounds kind of silly, but sometimes when we focus on our body in a specific manner, it really makes a difference. Okay. So let's open up our eyes. Good. Take a big deep breath. And let it go. One more time, big deep breath. And let it go. So the first thing that we're going to do is I want you to take your fingers, I'm going to put them right underneath where your skull and your neck come together. And if you have stents in your neck, this is not something you should do. Okay, this is something you should avoid doing. But for those of us that can, we're going to take those fingers from underneath the skull, and I'm just going to take my fingers, I'm going to do a little self-massage. So I'm just going to roll down, I'm going to push down, and I'm going to bring my fingers to the top of that shoulder. I'm going to bring my fingers to the top of that shoulder. So I'm really all the way to the middle of the neck, right where the spine is there. Good. So I'm going to just push it down. I'm going to just go to the top, bring it down. Go to the top, bring it down. So if I could turn to the side, you can see I'm just taking it, here, let me move my hair. So I'm just taking those fingers and bringing it down. So, ooh, I have a sore spot right here. So I'm going to stop on a sore spot, and I might do a little circular massage right here. So just a little circular massage. It's called a pressure point. I'm just trying to really get that knot to go away. I might even just hold it right there. Right? Just be mindful of any stents that you have, right? Some of us have stents up in here. So we're just doing that. We're going to start with that. Finding those sore spots, doing a little bit of self-massage in that neck, in that part of the neck area. Good. So that's how we're going to start today. Good. All right. Now, I want you to go ahead and take your fingers and bring them to the top of your shoulders, right? So just a little bit of kneading, like we're kneading dough. I want you to knead your shoulders. Okay? I'm going to move this down just a little bit. Good. So knead those shoulders. Good. And same philosophy here. If I find a spot that feels hard or really hurts, I'm going to take a minute and do a little circle. I might do a little bit of a circle there. Good. Or I might do a pressure point where I just push it and try to relax it. Good. Push it and relax. Feel that nice stretch. Good. All right. Maybe you want to do some piano fingers there, just a little bit, to feel that nice stretch. Now let's give those arms a bit of a break. Let's take those arms down and just give them a shake and a wiggle. All right, so we're still not quite done with our arms and our hands. So I want you to take your thumbs and put them underneath your jaw and your fingers right underneath the back of that skull. And I know it seems weird, but I'm going to ask you to take those hands and lift your head up like you're trying to lift it off of your neck. Good, so it's just a little bit of traction. It's not a lot. I'm not pulling hard, I'm not tugging. It's just a small lift. Good, and then keeping the lift, I want you to think about arching your neck forward and pulling forward right here. So just pull forward, relax your shoulders, take the tension out, breathe. Good. Soften. Now let's bring it back up. Take the pressure off. Feel that head just kind of float up into the air, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So now let's do a simple neck stretch. We're just going to do a simple neck stretch. Turning that head. Feel how it feels. Bringing it back to the center, now let's nod the head up and down. Good. Are you still sitting in that good yoga posture, nice and tall? Good. All right, let's make sure the shoulders are in line with the hips. This is an important part of this next stretch, so shoulders are in line with the hips. Let's look down towards the floor. So remember, a minute ago I said arc your neck around. So I want you to lift your neck, arch yourself forward just a little bit, and then tuck your chin. Good, and from here I want you to breathe right into the back of your neck and the top of your shoulders. So focus your breath right there into the back of the neck and the top of the shoulders. Expand through there. Good, one more time. Good. Now let's bring that head up. Good. And we're going to hold on to our chair. So we're going to either hold on to the arm of the chair or the side of the chair and lean and bring that ear over to the side. And I'm going to add a little weight. I'm not going to pull or tug. I'm just going to add a little weight by putting my hand right here. Good. And I want you to bring that ear over towards the shoulder, relaxing. The only part that's kind of tense is that hand that's holding, right? But I even want you to think about relaxing that shoulder. So relax through that shoulder, talk to it. Tell it, I've got you, I'm going to hold you here. Good. Now we're going to take the chin on a diagonal, and I want you to bring it towards your chest. So I moved it on that diagonal axis. Good. Feeling that stretch right here into the neck. I'm not pulling or tugging, I'm just adding weight. And it's just the weight of my hand and my arm. Good. Then I'm going to loosen up just a little. I'm going to bring that ear back over to the shoulder. Feel that stretch. Taking my hand off so I can turn and look at the floor. And I'm going to take the hand and I'm going to gently push my chin towards my armpit or towards my chest, whichever you like to think of better. Holding here and breathing. Relaxing through that shoulder. Good, now take that hand off. We're going to bring the head up, rock it over to the side, and come up the way we started. Good. So sitting up nice and tall, remember that arcing of the neck we talked about? Here's our reset. So we're going to arc the neck over, tuck the chin, push the chin back, breathe into the back of your neck. Good. One more breath. Let's bring the head up. Going to that other side, we anchor first, we lean. We bring that ear over. We hold, I'm holding onto the base of my chair, you can hold onto your arm. We bring the hand to the head gently. Good, just feeling that nice stretch, then we take that head and we bring it on a diagonal. Again, I'm not really pushing here, I'm just adding weight. Holding it here, feeling that stretch into the neck. And breathing, nice big deep breaths. Let's take that hand off, bring the head back so it's on the ear, and we look at the floor, and we bring the hand back to the head and we push down right here, feeling the stretch in the upper part of the shoulder, breathing into the back of the neck. Good, let's take that hand off, let's lift it up, come all the way up. Good, all right. So for this next part, I'm going to move my microphone a little bit so I'm not causing feedback. Don't worry, you'll be able to hear me. Sorry, allergies today. All right, so I want you to bring your arms up right here. So a couple of options here. We can do a cross right here and hold your arms. You could just hold it in a cross right here, or we could tuck in right here, maybe that hand a little bit, just a little bit. Or you could tuck right in right here, and cross right here. These are eagle pose arms. So this is an eagle pose arm. So it could be back here, it could be here, but somehow we're crossed, okay? So sitting in this pose, I want you to sit up nice and tall. Good, and then I want you to go ahead and bring your arms down, but keep your chest lifted. So arms are down, but the chest is lifted. So arms down, chest lifted right here. Good. Sorry, I'm uncomfortable. There we go. All right, arms down, chest lifted. So we're really stretching into the back, into the upper part of that shoulder. Good. Now I want you to bring it up and lift it up and slightly out, pushing those hands slightly out. This is a big stretch in the upper part of that back. Good, now bring those arms down, and we're gonna crunch it forward right here. Really crunch it, and there's that feedback I was worried about. Crunch it forward right here. See, that feels good for me too. Crunch it forward. Pull those shoulders down just that little bit. Now let's inhale it up, bring it all the way up, open it up, cactus pose, squeeze it back. Right? Let's just do a few in and out. Take that chest forward, chest back, so we're really stretching that chest. Good. All right, bring those arms down, give them a shake. So, did you remember which arm is over the top? I did. So I'm gonna do the opposite. Okay, so I'm going to cross here, I can stay here, I can put my hands on my shoulders, or I could bring those hands together in that eagle pose, back of the hands together. Either one, anyone is fine. All right, so we're sitting up nice and tall. The first thing is we pull those elbows down as far as they'll go, because there's something in the way there for some of us, so we can't really go too far, right? But you're feeling the stretch in the top part of that shoulder. All right, now inhale, lift it right here, lift it up, holding, tugging. Good. Then we're going to bring it down and we're going to curl right here. So curl at the spine, feeling that stretch. Good. Curl at that spine, feeling that stretch here. Breathing into the back of that shoulder. And then let's inhale and come all the way up, bring it up into that cactus pose. So cactus pose, arms with a squeeze back. Good. This time I want you to just lift and lower. Lift and lower. So on the lower, I want you to really use that muscle to pull the shoulder down. Pull that shoulder down. Good. All right. So scoot back in your chair just a little bit. So I want you to push and give me high five right here. Give me high five. Good, or low five. I guess high five would be way up here, but just give me that stop sign right here. So I want you to pull that back, squeezing those shoulder blades back together. Good. Now this time I want you to push forward, but push your body back into the chair. So push your body back into the chair and push those hands forward. Good. Inhale, come up, do the opposite. Pull those shoulders back, push the belly forward. Good. Now exhale, do it again. Push it here. Good. Getting that stretch right at the top of that shoulder. And last one right here. Exhale. All right, so bring it in, and let's bring those hands together, but you're pushing from the base of the palm all the way to the top of the fingers. Elbows are lifted, but shoulders are down. So we're sitting up tall. Good, I want you to push your arms to one side and turn your head away. Bring your chin down towards your shoulder. And bring the head up. Let's bring it to the other side, push it over, look up, and bring that chin down. So this was an elementary pose here that we can stay with. I'm going to show you something that's a little more difficult that'll really get into the shoulder and the upper back. So turn those hands down right here, feeling that stretch in the carpal tunnel area. Good, and bring that hand up. So come forward just a little bit in your chair. So I want you to, so we can always do this, what we just did, if that feels better. Or we can, I'll show you some options here. So hand on the hip, feet are on the floor. If you can, and I'm going to stand up to show you, so if you can, instead of hand on the hip, I want you to take your hand and put it right here at the small of your back. Okay? So right here at the small of your back, sitting up nice and tall. Good. I want you to just itch the small of your back. Just itch it. Like you're just saying, oh, I just got to itch it right there. Good. So why we're doing that is we're getting a feel for that shoulder. How does that feel? How does it feel to do that? Okay? So we can keep the hand where it is, or we can slide it such that we can hold it with the other hand. Some of us can't do that, and that's okay. Okay, you do what you can. Hand could still be on the hip. You could still be doing with your hands forward. So we're sitting up nice and tall, and I want you to take your ear over to the side. Feel how we made that stretch deeper by imprisoning those arms. Good. Now bring the head up, sitting up tall. Tuck your chin. Breathe into the back of your neck. Relaxing through those shoulders, take the tension out. Good, bring the head up. Now turn your head away from the shoulder that you have pinned, basically. And I want you to take your chin slowly down towards that shoulder, feeling that deep stretch. Remember, if any of this hurts, hand could go to the hip. You don't have to go this far. Good. Head comes up, bring it back to the center. One more time, tuck your chin, breathe. Good. Bring that head up, Now unclasp your hands, take your hand of the arm that you have pinned and bring it all the way down to the chair and slide it out. Just let it hang. Good. Just let it hang there. Just for a minute. Good. Now take it and roll it back. Roll it back. Good. So let's do that other side, hand on the hip or hand at the small of your back. Get a feeling for how does that shoulder feel, because they're different, right? Our lives are different on each side. Some of us are strongly right-sided, some of us are strongly left-sided, and that makes a difference with how this feels up here in the shoulder. So let's rub that back. Just rub it just a little bit, just getting a feel for that shoulder. Can I move it a little further? Does it not like what I'm doing? All right, now I'm going to take that arm and I'm going to bring it over, and if I can, I'm going to hold behind me. It looks like this. You can see that I'm holding my hand behind my back. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. I have a solid base with my good yoga feet and my good yoga knees. Good. So I'm going to turn my head away, or towards that shoulder, excuse me, and bring that chin down towards my shoulder. Relaxing those shoulders, letting them soften. Bringing the head up, turning it back to the center, sitting up tall, tucking that chin. Breathe into the back of your neck. Bring the head up. Let's turn it. Ooh, that's the tight side. If you can, bring your chin towards your shoulder. Wow, right? Relax through those shoulders. Don't let them get tense. Don't fight it. If it hurts, back off just a little bit or change the angle of your chin. It's going to help. Good. Bringing the head up, bringing it back to the center. Let's tuck that chin one more time and breathe into the back of that neck. Good. And then let's take that head up. Let's the hands slide down into the chair. Then bring it out and let's just let it hang there just for a moment. Okay. All right. Good job. All right, so bring your legs out a little wider. We're going to come forward. I'm going to move this around a little so I can come forward without pinching something. So come forward right here, and I want you to go ahead and anchor on one side and just let that arm hang. So just let it hang there. Letting the weight of the arm kind of pull it. If you had a light weight, you could actually hold that light weight and it's going to pull that shoulder just that little bit. Good. Now, as extended as it can be, I want you to pull it forward. Good. Now keep looking that way and then let's extend it back. Like you just took something from the floor and handed it to somebody behind you, but you really focused on what you're doing. Good. Now take that hand back. Good. Now I want you to watch your hand and we're going to sit up. So sit it up. I want you to bring it over and around and let's make a circle here. Big circle here. And then let's just do 2 circles forward. Last one right there. Good. Now let's do that other side. So we bring that arm down, we let it hang, just letting it be heavy. If we had a weight, 2 or 3 pounds, we could just put it in that arm and that's going to help pull that shoulder a little bit more. Feeling that good stretch through the shoulder. And breathe. Now, I want you to keep the length of that arm, reach it forward, extend it. Feel that stretch in the top of the shoulder. Keep looking that way, take that arm, extend it back. And bring it forward, reach. Stretch it through that shoulder, let that shoulder loose. We're going to sit up nice and tall, looking at that hand, bring it up, and make that circle. Good. So circle it back. Try not to hit your chair. I know I hit my chair too. Good. Circle it back. Good. And then just 2 circles forward. Circle forward. Good. All right, now, keeping that wide leg right here, let's do a little cat and cow. So we're gonna curl through the spine, like I just socked in the tummy almost, and then we're gonna inhale and lift it open. Good. All right, one more of those, just a little cow and cat, cat and cow. Good. All right, now come all the way up. So bring your arms out, and I'm going to throw an imaginary ball at you. I want you to catch that imaginary ball. So I want you to bring it forward and then circle around the ball. Circling includes tilting the pelvis backward. Good. So the top of the pelvis comes back. Good. Now throw it out open wide. And here it comes again. Curl around that ball. And open. Last time. Here comes curl. And open. Good. All right. Now let's relax those shoulders. Scoot back in that chair. Let's pick up those feet, stretching those heels forward. Let's point and flex those toes. I hope you enjoyed all those shoulder and back exercises, upper back exercises, neck exercises. Good. There's a lot more that we could do, but I think that was enough for today. Let's roll those ankles, keeping those ankles flexible, and roll the other way. Good. All right. Now put your feet flat. Now I want you to take it and try to turn the soles of your feet towards each other, and then turn them away from each other. Try not to move your legs too much, just using those ankles. So turn them in towards each other, and then turn them away. Good, and then in, and away. One more time, in, and away. Good, oh, all the way away. All right, put those feet down. Let's bring those feet forward. We're going to do 2 at a time today. We're going to stretch it forward, stretching through that hamstring. Good. Anchoring somewhere that's not your knees, so don't put your hands on your knees, right? Good. I'm just up on the thigh. Push that chest a little bit forward. Good. And then let's come back and bring that leg up. Hug it in. Breathe. Push that chest just a little bit forward so you're sitting tall. Don't hold your breath. Ooh. Or yawn if you need to. And bringing that foot down. And then let's do that other side. There we go. Hold it up there. And for some reason, I did not sleep well last night, so that I'm truly yawning because I'm tired. Could have been mowing the lawn yesterday, I guess. All right, and then let's bring it all the way down. Let's stretch it out. Stretch. If you want to stretch way up, you can stretch way up. Don't let that head fall. It's hard to bring it back over. Heads are heavy. And then let's bring that all the way up. Let's put our hands right here on that chair. Pushing ourselves up. Let's turn and twist. And bring it back to the center. Turn and twist. Good. Bring it back to the center. Let's scoot back in that chair, getting ready for a minute of just relaxation. If you would like, this is a great time to turn that TV off and just do your own meditation for 5 or 10 minutes. If you're with me, let's close our eyes, relaxing that body, softening through the body, breathing those deep breaths, relaxing. Very slowly bring your focus back into the room. I hope you can hold on to some of that peace that you felt in this last quiet moment. I hope you're energized for today and ready for just an amazing day. Namaste.